at this shit. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we're online now. Here we go. All right, I'm just waiting for me to see myself on the window. There we are. It's loading, it's buffering. Here we go, come on, baby. You can do it. Yeah! All right, I'm just waiting. No. Oh, by the way, I apologize for this because today I was out for most of the day. I had to get home and get dinner done quickly so I could train before starting the live stream. So this is my protein shake right now. All right. Let me just answer one question here in the chat bar. All right, and so yeah, this is my protein shake. I apologize for that. Right now we got Sam, we got Mick Rock movie reviews, we got Nicolas Cage. Why did I butcher that name? Should never butcher the name of Nicolas Cage. Tweet and in my posts on Facebook, in the geeky community, in my personal page, I told you guys that I would have a little surprise for you. My good friend Ryan O'Toole, who always does live streams whenever he finds a chance, which are great, so you should go check those out if you haven't yet. He always does these live streams where he waits 5 minutes for people to come in and gather a small group of people that are worth discussing what he wants to discuss. And so right now, I wanted to share something with you guys. Something that honestly has nothing to do with Solo, a Star Wars story. It's just something that was fun because today I went to Comic-Con that was happening today in London at the XL Arena. Let me just shake this while I tell the story. And that Comic-Con, honestly, and that Comic-Con had some pretty cool stuff there, to be honest. And so I bought some stuff, and I want to show you guys what I bought. And I'm leaving the best for last, of course. I'm sorry for having to shake it here and there. All right, so here we go. No one else in the chat, I believe. Let me just refresh this before starting the haul for you guys. Let me have another sip. Man. This is not loading for some reason. I have the window, but that's it. As of this moment, I cannot see the chat board. This is what happens when you're not good with live streams, you know. Come on. Come on, little computer that could. Where's the fucking live chat? I'm not sure. All right. Like Enfys Nest, you mean with the mask or without the mask? Holy shit. The stream hates me. That's what's going on, guys. The stream fucking hates me. But all right. Let's go and show you what I got today at that London Comic-Con. And first of all, I got Colossus from X-Men. This is supposedly the Colossus of Deadpool 2, you know. And right here we got, on the same set, we got Negasonic Teenage Warhead and Domino. And we also got Cable. And I got Cable for myself. She even has the Deadpool logo in it. I didn't get Domino or Negasonic Teenage Warhead because they weren't there. Unfortunately, there were some pops I wanted to get that weren't there. Too many for me to be completely unaffected by. So yeah, I got these two. I also got two that were exclusive, so I don't know how I found them. First of all, I got Rhino from the Collector Corps. Oh shit, I didn't take off the price. Here's a blooper, guys. If anyone ever does a blooper video compilation of my videos caught on camera, this is going there. So I got Rhino from the Collector Corp, and I didn't even know this guy existed. I got this Venom that looks incredible. I didn't know he existed. Did anyone know this guy existed? Because I didn't. I have this Venom. I have this Carnage. I still don't have Anti-Venom for some reason. I can't remember why I don't have him, but I don't. And I found this guy, and I just got him because he looks incredible. All right, this I didn't get today, but I got like yesterday. Yeah, I got it yesterday, and it took me a long while to find it. And I got the Hulkbuster from Avengers Infinity War. Now I need to get the Hulkbuster with a Hulk bursting out of it, even though it doesn't happen in the movie, but it's still pretty cool to look at. Oh my God, Nicholas! No! No! Come on! Okay, one day just randomly gets approached by the elderly man whose master was randomly killed by this nobody smuggler's ex-wife's... Whoa! Alright. Okay, wait. This nobody smuggler one day just randomly gets approached by this elderly man whose master was randomly killed by this nobody smuggler's ex-girlfriend's boss. Coincidence drives me crazy. Spencer Reserves was started. I mean, I agree with you that they're making the galaxy smaller with making everyone connected. They even made Enfys Nest part of the rebellion. We get it, all right? I do agree with you there, but Darth Maul was running the crime syndicates, and we do know that Han Solo was running around the same area that Luke and characters that we know, the story that we know was unfolding at that time period was unfolding. So given circumstances, again, I do agree with you that if we keep focusing on these stories, we are shrinking the galaxy. However, due to the fact that we are focusing on these stories, it only makes sense because Darth Maul was running the crime syndicates. He was the Vito Corleone at that time, you know? He was much more badass than Vito Corleone, you know? But he was still the Victor Corleone. So I complete 1000% agree with you that focusing on these stories and on all the people we know and making them connected only makes the galaxy smaller. But due to the fact that we are doing that, it makes sense for, given the Darth Maul example, of course, you might bring something else that I totally agree with you with. But the Darth Maul example for me does make sense. It only makes sense, for me at least, of course. Odd choice that these two men who are so close connected to Darth Maul just randomly meet each other. Oh, I don't think, God damn it, Solo. I don't think Han will ever meet Darth Maul. I don't think he will ever get to know Darth Maul. And hell, we don't know how close that last planet they were in was to Dathomir. So for all we know, he's never going to meet Kira again because that was just a communication, you know. He can't meet Darth Maul because you look at A New Hope, Han doesn't believe in the Force. So he can't meet Darth Maul, or at least if he does, which I will not like, let me tell you right now, if he does meet Darth Maul, at the very least, Darth Maul cannot use the Force in front of Han. Because otherwise, how will Han not believe in the Force when it comes time for him to meet Luke and Obi-Wan? You know, it wouldn't make sense. And yeah, there are holes. I'm not saying otherwise. You guys know I just like the movie, you know. But I don't want him to meet Darth Maul. I like the inclusion of Darth Maul on the grand scope of things, but I don't think Han will ever find out because right now he's heading towards Jabba, you know. Mick Rock movie reviews, right? So the movie was trying to throw in twists just for the sake of throwing twists without thinking about the twists they tried to throw in. You are 2050% right. My God, that Enfys Nest twist, I don't know. I don't know if that was too much effort, if it wasn't enough effort. I'm not sure anymore. Okay, why? For some reason, the chat automatically spammed Nicholas comment, but I already fixed it. The Enfys Nest twist. Oh my god! What? Again, I don't know if it was too much effort, not enough effort. It was a mix of the two. It was neither. I don't know, man. But there's that suspense. You even have a really good joke in there where Han says, I have 40 men inside that ship. They're ready to come out as soon as I give them the signal, and off goes Lando. I really like that one. That was a really Han moment, you know? And then there's this build and silence and shot cut to Enfys Nest, shot cut to the guys with Han and Beckett and Chewie and Kira. And then cut again, and then cut again, and then cut again, and she takes a mask, and it's a girl we've never seen before. Not in this movie, not in any other movie. And I'm like, is she Val and Beckett's daughter? And Beckett doesn't know about her? No, it's just a girl. We don't even know her name. Is her name Enfys Nest? We don't know. It's just lazy. It's just, again, it's either lazy or too I don't know, man. I don't know how to describe it. It was so annoying. Nicolas Cage says, saw the movie again yesterday, liked it more, but there was some stupid fucking annoying kid talking to the whole film. Oh my god, I hate that. I love New York, but large audiences are a fucking nightmare. Nicholas, I agree with you totally, because in Portugal, people are disrespectful as horse shit. You know that big pile of dinosaur shit that Ian Malcolm finds in the Jurassic Park? I wish I could throw that huge pile of shit to so many people back in Portugal, because people don't respect being in a movie theater. I tell you what, man, if you ever come to England, you're going to feel like you found heaven. I've been here for a total of 3 months now. I've watched at least 2 movies a week, and I have not had to complain once. Not to myself or to anyone I know. I just had the best time with each and every single movie I've seen. It's a totally different thing, man. And maybe in Newcastle, in Birmingham, in, I don't know, in any other town in England, it's different. In here, my God, everyone knows how to be in a movie theater watching a movie. I was freaking shocked, man. It has been amazing. And who knows, now karma is going to bite me in the ass, and tomorrow when I go see Solo again, people are going to talk during the whole film. You know? But so far, my God, it's heaven. It's totally heaven, dude. Totally. But I do know how you feel. Nicolas Cage writes again, what is your first Star Wars memory? I remember being 5 or 6 with my grandpa, who saw it in the theater, showing me his old VHS tapes. Wow. Man, I wish my memory was that good, because I don't know if anyone here in the chat right now watched because I reviewed all the Star Wars movies before The Last Jedi, because my channel only started in 2016, so I had never reviewed the Star Wars movies before, except Rogue One. So I now have every single Star Wars movie reviewed. And my first Star Wars memory is watching Attack of the Clones, you know? And my first memory, I mean, it's the best part of Attack of the Clones, so there's something good in there. My first memory of Star Wars is when the Jedi storm the Colosseum and go to save Anakin and Padme and Obi-Wan. And then the battle ensues with Yoda fighting Dooku and Anakin losing his arm because they had to make a reference to that, you know. But yeah, my first memory is watching Attack of the Clones. That was the first Star Wars movie I saw, and I saw it in the theaters. Then I went back to Phantom Menace, and then when Revenge of the Sith came out, I also watched it in the theaters. And meanwhile, I watched the original trilogy, of course. So yeah, I envy your first memory of Star Wars. Yeah, mine is not nearly as good, dude. Mine is not nearly as good. I wish it was, but yeah, that was my first. Nicolas Cage writes, I think I watched every movie at least once a week for like 6 months, but all the times I completely freaked out when I heard that Phantom Menace was coming out. Well, I was too young to either freak out or not freak out when the Phantom Menace was coming out. But I can only imagine, man. I can only imagine because, I mean, I can kind of, no, it's totally not the same in terms of levels, but it was kind of the same when finally a movie with Batman versus Superman was coming out. And at the end of the day, I enjoyed the film. Barely, but I did enjoy it. I do solidly enjoy the director's cut or the ultimate cut, whatever you want to watch, or you want to call it. And there was that type of anticipation. So I can only imagine what the type of disappointment was, but there was disappointment sorely felt throughout the release of Batman v Superman. Mick Rock Movie Reviews writes, you should come here in St. John's, dude. At least at my theater for the past few years. Now, almost every movie I went to, there was always someone with their cell phone. Oh my God. Just throw your glass. I gotta drink again, sorry. Throw your glass to someone's head, man. That is the worst. Whenever I have someone whose phone light is directly hitting my eyes, I just start staring at them. I just stare and stare and stare and stare, and then they look at me, they turn their phones off, or at least the light, or at least they cover it and they don't bother me personally anymore. I'm okay. If it's noise, we're gonna have problems if it's noise. Official Filmalon says Solo is a good movie. I agree, my friend. Ryan O'Toole is here. Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late, but happy to be here. It doesn't matter if you're late, Ryan. You're here, and it's great that you're here, and I can't wait for us to talk Solo, man, because I know you were disappointed, and you are not alone. Nicolas Cage was also disappointed. On second watch, he liked it more, but he still was disappointed, and that's the best thing about it, man. It's us discussing this. I love it, man. I love it. And it sucks that we are not going to get a live Q&A next Sunday. But we'll get to discuss that in a bit. Nicolas Cage says, if there was only one Star Wars YouTuber I could recommend, it would be Elo Greedo. Around 200K subscribers, such a level-headed dude, the voice of reason in the fandom. I think you'd like him. I've heard of him. I don't think I've ever seen one of his videos. But I'm going to check him out. I'm going to be honest. Mick Rock Movie Reviews writes, hashtag 1%. Yes. And for those of you who don't know what that is referencing to, that is about Rotten or Fresh, the best game show on YouTube, which I am proudly a part of, and it is hosted by the man in this chat right now, Ryan O'Toole, and his brother. Why did I butcher that? His brother, Cody O'Toole. Nicolas Cage says, when I watched The Phantom Menace for the first time, 5 years old, I was 6 years old around when Phantom Menace came out. Honestly, wasn't disappointed. Well, yeah, at that age, I can only imagine. I wasn't disappointed with Attack of the Clones at 9, you know, so I never understood that people thought some movies were bad. They were just movies to me. It was around Attack of the Clones that I realized I didn't like the prequels. Oh, wow. Okay, Ryan says, very disappointed. Wasn't a big fan of Alden's performance. Thought he was a bit too forced. Visuals and Lando were great. Easily my first big disappointment of 2018. Wow, speaking of that, what is my first big disappointment? I guess you could say my first big disappointment is Pacific Rim, though I never liked the trailers for that one. I just really loved the first one, and I love Stephen the Knight. I guess that is my first big disappointment. Although I was disappointed with Terminal as well, but I didn't like the trailers for those either. I was excited because it was the goddess in it, starring. I was 5.5 when Phantom Menace came out, says Nicolas Cage. Yeah, I was. I mean, I don't even know. Because I don't even know when the Phantom Menace came out here, not here, in Portugal. Because in the old days, we used to have very far off release dates for films. I'm not even joking. Mick Rock Movie Review says, Alden was okay for me, but not really a standout. He wasn't a I really enjoyed them, to be honest. I really enjoyed them. But I agree, he did not feel like a standout. I mean, I don't think anyone felt like a standout, to be honest. I mean, besides that cameo, you know. Yeah, nobody was. I mean, in the next comment, we're going to talk about someone who was a standout, but for all the wrong reasons. Official Filmland says, I was disappointed in the droid in Solo. I wasn't disappointed. I was just annoyed as hell, man. I hated every single second of L3 on screen. I just wanted to rip my eyes out, man. I hated her. There was no purpose. If you want to have a droid in a Star Wars film, go for it. We love our droids, man. We want droids in every single film. Have them. Now, if you want to have a droid whose only purpose is to be equal rights droid, here's a hint. Put him in the film, in the saga films. Put him in the main films. Put him in a film where the theme is about anti-authority of... wait, I'm butchering the word. Put the droid in a film where it's anti-establishment, where it's anti-authoritarian. Put him in a film where it's about a rebellion and that droid is rebelling. See what they were missing here? She had no place in this film besides that forceful thing that they do after she's died and put her brain chip, or whatever you want to call it, I don't care, into the Millennium Falcon, and she becomes part of the Millennium Falcon. So as much as I want the Millennium Falcon to belong to Han, I'm actually kind of pissed that Lando doesn't get to keep it. Brian Beebe says, I didn't like Solo. Found it to be boring and predictable at times. Felt safe. I didn't find it to be boring. I certainly found it to be predictable at points, more than any prequel would need to be. And it certainly felt safe, my friend. That predictable and safe are the key words. I don't necessarily dislike safe, but in this specific case, it was one of the weak points of the film. Ryan O'Toole says, people make the argument that Solo shouldn't be my first big disappointment since my expectations were low going in. However, if your movie has the word Star Wars in title, that's big expectations. You're right, man. You're absolutely right. And you know, if people say that Solo shouldn't be your first disappointment of the year, I mean, if it was me saying that, I would be no one. The only person who has any say in what is and what is not your big disappointment is you. Nicolas Cage says, pros of Solo, everything on Corellia and Minban. Yes. Train heist. Yes. I mean, not everything on Corellia. Okay, let me end your let me end your comments, and I'll get to what I wasn't a fan of in the pod races. And Minban, yes. Train heist, yes. Dryden's ship. I love this ship, man. That's my, okay, it's not my new favorite ship in Star Wars because Millennium Falcon and Star Destroyers are still a thing, but it's my third favorite ship in Star Wars. Donald Glover and Alden, and the amazing cast. Thank you. The castle sequence was amazing. God damn it, I love that. Okay, what I don't like on Corellia is the whole thing. And there's one person here in this chat that I will love to hear this from me because we were talking yesterday. Is the Han Solo name thing. I'm without words even right now. I was without words as I watched that scene happen. It's like, you don't need a reason for him to be called Han Solo. I forgot to talk about what I'm going to say right now in my spoilers review. Here's the thing. If you want to give him a reason to be called Han Solo, let Han pick his own name. What's your name? I don't have a clan. I'm alone. I still need the name, kid. Okay, Solo. There. It would still not be the perfect situation, but fine. It would just go by like that. No problemos. And you don't need a reason, so he could just be named Han Solo. But the fact that they went to the lengths of, what is your name? Han. Han what? Well, who are your people? I don't have a people. I'm alone. I'm going to write in on Solo, and you're going to keep this name forever. And where was that guy when Han Solo became Han Solo throughout the galaxy? Because in the process of making this film, they talked about how Han made his name. And I always read that how Han Solo became known throughout the galaxy. The name Han Solo became known as this very, very effective, very, very good at his job, smuggler, and whatever the rest he does. I thought that was great. But then they did that, and I'm like, okay, this guy's gonna take his mask off, and it's gonna be goofy. He's like, oh, here, I gave you your name, Han Solo. All right. Rhino 2 says, I hate using the word hate, but I hate that droid. You and me both, Ryan. We're together. Nicolas Cage says, unpopular opinion. I like L3. Don't kill me. I won't kill you, man. It just means you're more like Han than you are. No, not Han. It means you're more like Lando than you are. I don't know. Who hates droids in the Star Wars universe? Like me and Ryan. Whatever. It's all opinions, man. It doesn't matter. James Starbucks says, good evening. Oh, Marina Costa says, I was actually a fan of the pod races. That's true. That's true. They were fun for a kid at the time. I also saw Revenge of the Sith on a big screen with my mom, and she was very confused. Oh, I want to know why now. Can't stay though. You're doing great, hon. Thank you so much. Going to catch up soon. Thank you for coming for this one comment. I loved it. Thank you. Mick Rock Movie Reviews says, why do you think that Solo and The Last Jedi have been the most divisive Star Wars movies? I would call Solo unpopular, not divisive. I mean, it's divisive because it's right in the middle. I said this in my spoilers review. Either for people who didn't like it or for people who did like it, no one feels strongly either way about it. I don't see anybody hating Solo. I don't see anybody loving Solo. I see people, no, didn't like it, didn't care for it. And I see people, yeah, I like it. Good movie, cool. I mean, it ranks just above Revenge of the Sith for me because of dialogue alone. Because I really like Revenge of the Sith. That's the only prequel I like, and I actually really like it. But one of the biggest problems in that one is dialogue. And Solo beats it out just because of dialogue, you know? As far as The Last Jedi is concerned, it's because it made some bold choices. And whenever you make bold choices and whenever you go in directions that people don't think you're going, whenever you go against expectations, for better or worse, I just happened to adore The Last Jedi. I even made an essay about it to get into the college I'm going into right now. And that one, whenever you take risks, you're bound to pay the price. And for me, the risks paid off. For many people, they didn't. I'm not sure how you felt about The Last Jedi. I know Nicolas Cage liked it, didn't love it, but didn't hate it either. Unless I'm remembering wrong, please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to make any mistakes. I know James loved it. And if I remember correctly, I think Ryan liked it. But yeah, it's because of risks. Whenever you take risks, I mean, look, for everything that it did wrong, and it did most things wrong, Pacific Rim Uprising took a lot of risks. And for me, at least, they didn't pay off, you know? Where am I? Oh. Okay, Nicolas Cage says, "Why do you think the movie would have been better if Lord Miller would have stayed?" I don't think so, but we'll never know. Yeah, my answer is we'll never know. We'll never know. This was Aslan in one of the Chronicles of Narnia films that said this. We never know what could have been or what would have been, something like that. We can never know about a hypothetical future, you know? We can never be certain. If I was to put my money on it, I would say no, it wouldn't. Because for every flaw it has, Solo has a very unique voice throughout, and it's very much Ron Howard's voice, you know? and he's a really great director, an underrated director, in fact. You know, and look, I love 22 Jump Street. I love 21 Jump Street. I really like the Lego Movie. I haven't seen them doing anything big scale. And yeah, Solo is more of a personal story. It's still a big scale movie in the grand scheme of things, you know. And from what we've heard, they were doing a great job. Now, it's up to each and any one of us personally to believe or not that they were doing what people say they were doing. But to me personally, it never felt right that they were chosen for that film, you know? And other projects that they have gotten a job to, they've already quitted those ones as well. And they're just focusing on the Lego Movie because that's what they're good at. And look, as I said, I love the films they've made so far, but never felt right that they were doing this one. Mick Rock Movie Review says, how Han Solo got his name was just lazy writing. I mean, it was forced writing. I don't even think it was writing, man. I can barely call that writing. It was just, hey man, let's do this. This is really funny. My son really liked this. How old is your son? 5. All right, Ron, let's do it. So yeah, I can't even call it lazy. That didn't even have effort enough to be called lazy. So that's how much effort that part got. James Starbucks says, okay, pal, question. This might not be in your top 10, but will it be in your honorable mentions? I don't think so. I don't see it being, I mean, if it is, it means the rest of the year will kind of just be, okay, cool. Good movies, not great movies, you know? But I don't think so. I assume you mean my top 10 movies of 2018. If that is your question, what I just said applies. Ryan O'Toole says, the Han Solo name thing was so cringeworthy. Yeah. Anyone else had this reaction? Because that's how I reacted when that happened. Nicholas Cage says, Cons of Solo, Darth Maul, fan service shrinking the universe, Beckett. Oh, you didn't like Beckett. Val and Rio. I would put an asterisk on that and say what they did with Val and Rio, because I was just starting to like them, and then boom, they died. Sabak game out of place. Do you mean both or just one of them? Officer guy naming Han, absolutely. Han and Kira meeting by coincidence, almost all of a third act. Okay, so third act, yeah, it would be the after the castle run, yeah. After my granddaughter, my God, wow, Jesus, whoa, okay, sorry, I misread that. Brian Beebe says, after my grandfather passed, I got his copies of the original trilogy on VHS. They're still in plastic wrap. My God, that's amazing, dude. Congratulations. Wow. I might just rob you of those. Because right now I'm like, damn it. Wow. Nicholas Cage says, damn, that was a really good, fucking good Goofy impression. What? Okay, wait. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I fell silent because I was very confused at one point. So my last comment was the damn really fucking good Goofy impression. Thank you so much. Then Nicolas Cage says, you corporate Disney shill asshole liking a movie I don't like. Kill yourself, shill fanboy. I love those comments, man. Coming from people I know are they're joking, I love them. James Starbucks says, in my opinion, the score was the highlight of the movie. What did you think of the score? I liked it. It stood out at certain moments, but not because it was John Powell doing it, because he took from already existing Star Wars score. So it enhanced it because that's the only thing music can do in a film. Don't get me wrong, music is very powerful. I've showed you guys in like 2 live streams already. My phone is filled with scores. But I already have the solo score, don't get me wrong. But the score itself, in terms of composition and everything, it was not my favorite. I really liked it. I can hear to it. It's a really good time. I get energetic and all. And I'm probably going to listen to it tomorrow before I head to solo again. Nicholas Cage says, you can't like Revenge of the Sith because I don't like a Disney Shell also fanboy. I love these comments. Mick Rock Movie says, I love The Last Jedi. One of my favorites. Yes, I got it right. Nicholas Cage, nah, dude, I love The Last Jedi. Yes! The correct Star Wars ranking. Oh, okay. 1 and 2, A New Hope and Empire. 3 and 4, The Last Jedi and Return of the Jedi. 5, The Force Awakens. 6, 7, Rogue One and Phantom Menace. Okay. Revenge of the Sith. And 9, Attack of the Clones. Okay. I would rank it not quite differently, a little differently. I would say Return of the Jedi, Empire, New Hope, Last Jedi, Force Awakens just a little bit below, then Rogue One, then Solo, then Revenge, then Phantom Menace, and finally Attack of the Clones. Just found out Bryce Dallas Howard was Ron Howard's son. For some reason, it blew my mind. She's not his son, she's his daughter. Yeah, you meant her daughter, his daughter, yeah. Future filmmaker 39480 says, hey, Red Geekness, hello, welcome, my friend, and thank you so much for adding me to that group earlier, not later. I can't see the future for now. Not yet, at least. James says, yeah, that's what I meant when you do your top 10. Yeah, so I got it right. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, again, if it is, it's because the rest of the year will not have so many good movies. Because, okay, let me see hypothetically films that I've already seen this year that can be in my top 10. If YouTube cooperates with me. I'm sorry, I shook the computer a bit. Meanwhile, I forgot to show you guys the rest of the things I got. I got this giant Hulk Funko from Thor Ragnarok. I was going to get a Thanos from Infinity War, but it was already sold out when I got back to it. And that sucked. I was really disappointed. But they are available on eBay, so I'm going to get one there for sure. All right. Okay, meanwhile, while YouTube doesn't cooperate with me, Nicholas Cage says, I didn't dislike Val and Rio, I just felt like I wanted more of them. Exactly the same as me, dude. This is like Beckett, just underwhelmed. Yep, didn't like both Sabak games. I like the first one. The one at the end felt... I like the purpose of it. I like the intention of the scene. I liked what ultimately it did, but it felt really rushed. The first one I liked, gotta say. I really enjoyed the first one. The last one really felt rushed. If it was a post-credit scene, and I don't want them to do that in Star Wars, but if it was a post-credit scene, the pacing would have been more fitting, you know? But the way they handled it itself, I mean, cinematically speaking, I didn't like it at all. I got some original toys also that are still in the box. You are stronger than I ever will be, my friend. I buy things, I cannot keep them in the box. I'm waiting until I'm older and I will get some moolah for them. I don't know what moolah is. I apologize for my ignorance. You can try to steal them, but that would require you to come to Canada. Well, Canada is a peaceful place that I sure as hell want to visit. I want to visit so many places, man. I haven't been to a lot of places in the world. I haven't traveled, like, a lot. I only came to England for the first time in 2015. Up until then, I only ever went to Spain and France, you know? So I got lots of places to visit, so I would love to get to Canada. Nicholas Cage says, Solo is my number 6 on my ranking, by the way. Okay, so... See, or you even have one place above me. So I have the original trilogy. Yeah, I have Solo at number 7. Wow. See? On my ranking, of course. Nicholas Cage. James Starbuck says, off topic, but am I the only one who had a major problem with Bryce Dallas Howard's acting in Jurassic World? I don't think so. I'm still gonna rewatch the movie and bring you reviews for that before the new one comes out. But no, I really like her as an actress. But you are not the only one who had problems with her. But again, I think it was the material and Colin Trevorrow, which is really weird because I like Jurassic World, but I could really see that he was not a very good director of actors in that film. And then The Book of Henry was a really bad film at the end of the day, but you could see that he directed the actors really well. So it's very weird. But moving on from that, Mick Rock Movie Review says, what's your favorite movie score in any movie? Wow. I don't know. It's probably something from Hans Zimmer. Ooh. We got his Man of Steel score. Gladiator is incredible. Oh, I don't know, man. That's too hard. He did Lion King. Oh, my God, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm going to say Hans Zimmer in general. I know that's cheating. I'm sorry, but I can choose just one, man. That Hulk is pretty sweet. Yes, it is. It wasn't cheap either, so goddamn right it is sweet. I did get one thing more, but the chat is going strong now. I want to keep it tight. Okay, what are your thoughts on Lucasfilm announcing more Star Wars films than celebrities having revealed as sex? That is the single greatest comment in the history of humanity, my friend. Look, Lucasfilm announced this week. What did they announce? God damn it! Why am I blanking? They announced the Boba Fett movie. Whatever. Directed and written by James Mangold. So Lucasfilm has this. They're like a Pokemon that have this one attack that no other Pokemon can have. You know, that one hit KO move that suddenly I can't say I'm interested in a Boba Fett movie. Phrasing it that way is not the correct way of phrasing it. I am interested in anything James Mangold. It just happened that one of those things will have to be a Boba Fett movie. And look, there's already, as I said for Solo, there's an inherited excitement in my blood for it, you know? Because I'm a Star Wars fan. I will always be a Star Wars fan, you know? But Boba Fett is cool because we don't know about him. Boba Fett is cool because he doesn't speak. Boba Fett is cool because he's not on screen all the time. You know, so it's weird that they want to make a movie about him, but he's popular, so from a studio perspective, I totally get it. And look, as a fan, I don't want a Boba Fett movie. But if I was a fan and I was also a working director and they asked me, do you want to write and direct a Boba Fett movie? I would say, yeah. Of course I would. So, you know, there's that. And since it's James Mangold, you know they are not going to start with post-credit scenes in Star Wars movies, if you remember his comments about it a few months ago. Or was it last year? Can't even remember. James Starbuck says, YouTube doesn't cooperate with anyone. Could always join Channel Awesome. Oh, wait, too soon. Is it gone? I watched Nostalgia Critic this week. Or didn't I? I think I did. It was The Spirit this week, his review. So I think they're still up. Mick Rock Movie Review says, the broken are the more evolved. James McAvoy and Split. Great quote. And I see what you did there, Mick. I see what you did there. Don't think I did. Brian Beebe says, Mule is money. Okay. See, my ignorance. I'm always learning every day. English is still a second language to me. So thank you for that. Now I know more slang thanks to you, baby. Thank you. Where was I? But okay. Nicholas Cage says, I'm in the minority, but I dislike Rogue One as much as a friend. Wow, really? I mean, you're in a minority in how much you dislike it, but you're not in the minority for disliking it. No, don't think so, my friend. Hello to Runa in the background, says James Starbuck. Nicholas Cage says, did you watch the new Christopher Robin trailer? It's just the best. Guys, if you haven't seen the new Christopher Robin, it has nothing to do with Solo besides the fact that it has Disney, I guess. If you haven't seen the new Christopher Robin trailer, please go watch it. You owe it to yourselves to smile today. And if you watch that trailer, you will, as sure as my name is Renato Vieira, you will for sure smile today and just feel happy. And look, this is a very special case with the Christopher Robin trailer. If this movie, and let's cross our fingers and knock on wood, if this movie turns out to be shit, it doesn't matter. We'll still have this trailer. And this trailer, look, even films that I myself call perfect, I know they are not perfect. No film is perfect because it is made by human beings, which are imperfect beings. So nothing made by human beings can ever be perfect, okay? I think this trailer is perfect, guys. I think this trailer is perfect. It got me everywhere. Every millimeter of person that exists right here, that trailer got. So seriously, go watch that trailer. I don't even mind that you put this live stream, this conversation on a backup window and just enjoy. Just salivate. Just salivate happiness and dreams and unicorns and rainbows to this trailer. Because the world needs this trailer right now. And if you are disappointed with Solo, go watch this trailer because you will feel very happy. This trailer is just 2 minutes of pure happiness, man. Just pure happiness. Wow. Thank you for bringing that up, Nicholas. My God. And just the way you type that in, it's just the best. It is, man. James Starbucks says, love that trailer, James. Probably my second favorite trailer next to Bohemian Rhapsody. That was a great trailer too. Nicholas Cage says, totally agree, James. Oh, and did you see the Mowgli trailer? The CG puts me off. Wish they would have gone more stylized visuals than trying to be realistic and just falling right down the uncanny valley. I did, and I really I have my problems with the Mowgli trailer. I'll get to it. I did really enjoy it. I did really every voice in it. The look is great. Mowgli looks great, and by the way, the kid who's playing Mowgli in Mowgli is the kid who played Adam Sandler's son in Jack and Jill. So there's that. As far as the CG, I always disregard my opinion on CG in trailers, whether it is great or not. I will always, if I do a trailer reaction or something, I would always comment on what I think of the CG, if it's great or if I think it's not. But I will never really give it any real consideration because a movie is being made up until weeks before the release. So right now, it doesn't matter if the CG is great or if it's not. Come the movie, it could be the complete opposite. As far as the Uncanny Valley is concerned, I think Bagheera looks great. We don't see enough of Baloo to judge. We don't see Louis. And Shere Khan, his head looks weird. It looks like they were going for a stylized thing, like you say, Nicholas, but they gave up midway through and just tried to go at him because his forehead is really weird. It doesn't look like what a tiger would look like. Bagheera looks like what a panther would look like, but Shere Khan doesn't, you know? And as far as cinematography, color grading, the visuals, the very composition of the shots itself, look, I want this film to be great, if not better than the last Jungle Book we got, because I want every single movie to be great. I want us, every single person on Earth, to just have great movies, you know? I don't want any movie to be bad. But it just looks like, not, I won't say a copy. Copy is true song of war. I feel like I saw this movie, you know? I don't know if the story is going to be very different. I know we're not going to get songs, but shot composition, the colors, the textures, just everything feels like, oh, this is right there on that other studio as well, and now they're doing another one right here, you know? So, I don't know. James Starbucks says, it's not gone, no. I've never liked Boba Fett. Nicholas Cage says, I've never liked Boba Fett, but I saw this guy on Twitter suggesting the idea of Boba Fett being Star Wars' Dread. Never removing the helmet, limited personality, and very contained in the moment story. I like that idea, but what I like even more is if Mangold does oh god, why am I does a bounty hunter movie, and I'm not saying you should do a movie like this, but imagine the Expendables, okay? The Expendables as in an ensemble of action stars. So do a bounty hunter movie in the sense that you have a group of bounty hunters, and you just have one that is clearly the star, like you have one that is clearly the star in the Expendables. I'm not saying do a storyline like that or do it in that tone. I'm just giving an example where you have several characters that do matter, but there is a clear star amongst them. But I like that idea. Star Wars is Dread. But I think Mangold is, I mean, even after Logan, he's the perfect choice for Obi-Wan. Just do an Obi-Wan movie, man. James Starbucks says, but they are a joke now considering how much their reputation is down. Oh, okay, you're still referring to Channel Awesome. Okay, it's down the toilet. Well, I only ever watched the Nostalgia Critic, so as long as he does videos, I keep watching. If they're ever gone, oh well, they're gone. I should have finished this a long time ago. No, it's gone. Where am I? Official Finland says, I love Rogue One. It's one of the best Star Wars movies. I also really like it. Return, Empire, New Hope, Last Jedi, Force Awakens, Rogue One, and there's a big difference in scale. From Rogue One to Solo, there's a big difference in the scales. You know, Rogue One is here, and then the other ones, you know, but Solo starts right here. There's a big difference there. Nicholas Cage says, I have one of the weirdest phobias. For some stupid reason, I'm scared of milk. Oh, I can eat stuff with milk products, but for some reason, my brain treats milk on its own as poison. I can't even... This wasn't milk, by the way. This was just water mixed with protein that I have right there in the back. That thing that says mass, that's powdered protein that you take for you to grow, you know, after training and whatnot. But it does look like milk once it's mixed, especially the vanilla protein. If it's chocolate, I mean, it looks like chocolate milk, but it's not milk because I don't drink milk either. Not because I have that phobia as well, but yeah, I don't drink milk. The trailer made by Devil's Heart. What trailer do you mean? The Jungle Book, the Mowgli one, or the Bohemian Rhapsody, or the Christopher Robin one? Okay, you're probably gonna say it next. Okay, we're going to talk about Disney 2019. They're going to kill everybody. Okay, Nicolas Cage continues. I can't even touch a glass of milk. I know how weird it is, but today I met a guy with seal phobia. He literally has nightmares of seals. He can swim next to sharks, but not seals. That is weird, but it would be weirder if you meant Seal the musician. Think about that. That was stupid. And it would be even weirder if it was Seal the Pokemon, you know? Brian Beebe says, it looks like they were giving birth anally and stopped halfway through Deadpool 2. That is one of the best one-liners, man. That is one of the most incredible ones. Nicholas Cage says, Disney's 2019, Dumbo, Captain Marvel, Avengers 4, Aladdin, Lion King, Toy Story 4, Episode 9, Homecoming 2, The World is Doomed. Nobody else is going to make money, man. Nobody else is going to make money. So, I like a lot of his films, but I'm not the hugest fan of Tim Burton. I did see like a month ago, 2 months ago, the first still of Dumbo that came out, and I really liked it. It was adorable. It's not Christopher Robin trailer adorable, but it is adorable. Captain Marvel, really excited for that. Avengers 4, do I need to speak? Aladdin, I'm excited. I need to see a trailer to be, I'm in, yes! Because The Rock should have been the genie. Lion King, absolutely yes. I'm foaming at the mouth for that one. Though, not the biggest fan of Donald Glover, absolutely against the choice of Beyonce for a voice, because, you know, there are actresses out there, people. Episode 9, incredibly excited. Homecoming 2, incredibly excited. So, yeah, Disney has 2 films that I'm not so sure of. Toy Story 4, I'm incredibly excited, though I never needed Toy Story 4. If they never announced a Toy Story 4, it could have, I wouldn't have wanted one. I wouldn't have asked for one, because that trilogy is just, you know, perfection. Again. James Starbuck says, I'm surprised you're not at Heroes and Villains Fan Fest this weekend. I went to another Comic-Con today. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know where the other one was, but I know that in the one I went to today, the girl who plays Negasonic Teenage Warhead and the guy who plays Colossus, for instance, were there. And the guy who played the 4th Doctor in Doctor Who, I believe it's a 4th. Stephen McCoy is the actor's name. I think he's a 4th Doctor. He was there. I didn't see him, but there was this poster, you know, with the chair in front saying he's gonna be here at some point. I'm like, I go in there, I see the poster, I'm like, oh, a doctor, I'm going to ask for an autograph because I love Doctor Who. And I see the guy sitting there, and I'm like, that's totally not him. So what the fuck is that guy doing there? But yeah. God damn it. The stream hates me. Your audience turned into a robot. Was the stream make you sound like a mix between Memphis Ness and an old man farts? I don't know, man. I mean, it's 10 o'clock at night here, so it might be that thing I warned you guys about, that the internet likes to fail for like 2 to 5 minutes every night at the same time. Nicholas Cage says, looking forward to Toy Story 4? Certainly not. Toy Story trilogy, my favorite trilogy ever above Star Wars, and 3 was just the perfect ending. I mean, now that it is announced, I am, you know, I really want to see it because it's coming. But as I said, if they never announced it, just leave that trilogy alone, because, as you said, Nicolas Cage, it is fucking perfect. That ending just destroyed me and everyone I know. Brian Beebe says, all the trailers made by Nipples Hard. James Starbucks says, I agree with you there, Nicolas Cage. Official Filmland says, Episode 9 of Star Wars are going to be good. J.J. Abrams is back directing. I certainly hope so. I loved what he did with The Force Awakens. I'm a huge fan of his Star Trek films, maybe because they're very much Star Wars. But yeah, I love J.J. as a director. Oh, and Frozen 2 comes out in 2019 as well. Nicolas Cage says, fuck, you're right, fuck. Oh my god. Oh, look, Disney, here's the thing. You should have made a Tangled sequel instead of a Frozen 2. But they are, even with just Frozen 2, and just with Avengers, okay, they just needed Avengers 4, Episode 9, Toy Story 4, and Frozen 2, and they got the year, man. And they got the year, and they got at least 4, or if not 5 more movies coming. Just with those 4, they had the year to themselves, you know? Wow. Brian Beebe says, are you excited for the new Mission Impossible film? I hope it's good. Yeah, I am. The last 2 are the best Mission Impossible films. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. There's Ghost fucking Protocol, and there's Rogue fucking Nation. And those are the best. And Christopher McQuarrie, who did such an incredible job with Rogue Nation, is coming back. So I can't wait for it. I haven't seen the last trailer that came out. I am not going to see it. I have only seen the first one, and I'm going to keep it that way. And I've only seen the first trailer for Jurassic World 2 as well. So I'm keeping it that way too. Nicolas Cage says, "Am is one of the best action films, period." That's absolutely true, my friend. I adore that film to no end. I still get vertigo when I watch the Burj Khalifa. That's the name, right? Burj Khalifa. I hope I'm saying it right. When Tom Cruise is climbing the building, I still get vertigo watching that. I can't believe I'm comparing these movies. Personally, I enjoyed Solo as much as I enjoyed Power Rangers. I'd say I enjoyed Power Rangers a little bit more. And James knows how much I was hating on that film before it came out. Me being the guy that grew up with Power Rangers. And right now is the preferred opportunity to show you what else I got at that Comic-Con. I got the greatest 3-pack of figures ever. This was amazing. Sucks, though, that they have this picture on the slipcover and then this figure doesn't come on the pack. So there's that. But yeah, you just gave me the preferred opportunity. But I think I like Power Rangers a little bit more. Not a lot more. They're both good movies, good martinis for me. James continues, says, both movies I thought were going to suck, and both came out thinking they were okay and didn't regret seeing them. Yeah, you know, that's great. Nicolas Cage says, at Filmaland, I was hoping Spielberg would direct, but his Apprentice is a great choice. Really like the Star Trek trilogy. It'll be the day, man. It'll be the day when Spielberg directs a Star Wars movie. And right now the guy has got like 4 projects on his pocket. So I don't know if he'll be active to direct a Star Wars movie one day. Who knows? James Starbucks says, Pacific Rim Uprising still makes me want to gouge my eyes out for seeing that one. I wouldn't go that strongly. I would say I want to puke. I would say I feel very sick and I need to get something out of my stomach. But gouge my eyes out, I have to leave that for something like 50 Shades of Grey, you know, or The Hurricane Heist. Half of you don't know what that is, and thank the heavens you don't, because it's horrible. I mean, it's amazingly horrible, but it's horrible. Nicolas Cage says, do you think Brad Bird will ever make a return after the disaster that was Tomorrowland? Hillman and Spielberg were my top choices for Star Wars episode. That's 7, right? I blank on. Yeah, that's 7. I hope so, because I'm one of the few people who love Tomorrowland. I also love La La Land, but completely different movies. I really like that film. You know, I was one of the people who was like really excited for it and left the theater really happy. I went to see that film about 5 times. No exaggeration. Went to see it once, went to see it again, see it with my mom, went to see it with my best friend, and I went to see it again. Yeah. No, I went to see it twice with my mom. And once, so maybe it was me and my mom, me and my best friend, me. I think that was it. Yeah. I hope so, man, because he did a great job with Mission Impossible 4, as we were just speaking. I mean, oh, look! Brad Bird would have been a great choice for Pacific Rim Uprising. There. We got a good movie out of Pacific Uprising in a world, in a universe, in a parallel universe where Brad Bird directed it. You know? We just fixed it. So I hope he comes back. James Starbucks says he has the like shocked face. Okay, dude, next time we meet, I might have to raid your flat. Kidding, of course. Well, I'm putting myself in that situation, in that precarious situation, James. But I think next time we meet, this stuff will already be in Portugal because I'm flying back for 2 weeks on June 29th. I'm going back to see my friends. It's going to be summer. It's going to be great, man. Look, I prefer England as a country and for the stuff that I can do here. But the people, man, the people around you, that's what you want, you know? Okay, Nicholas Cage says, have you seen the leaks for episode 9? So people whose brains might not be working so well because there is a Darth Vader toy stuck in them actually believe them. What? I have not seen them, but now I want to. Just to spread rumors around and see, oh, Darth Vader is going to be on episode 9, guys. It's going to be amazing. And to see who believes them. So I can stop be friends with the friends. Those are those, man. James Starbucks says, which is worse, 50 Shades of Grey or Highlander the Source? I have to say Highlander because, look, I'm going to seem like a misogynistic pig right now, but look, I'm a guy, okay? And 50 Shades of Grey has boobs. They're not the best boobs, far from it, but they have boobs, okay? And 50 Shades of Grey is laughably bad. Highlander the Source is just stab me with a sword, hang me, shoot me in the head, shoot me in the mouth, kill me in all the worst ways possible. It is better than watching Highlander the Source. Nicholas Cage says, been on a Scorsese binge for a week. Just saw Gangs in New York for the first time. Wow, for the first time. Wow. I'm so jealous of you, man. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so jealous of you. Oh, Gangs in New York is so good. But you've already seen his masterpiece, to me at least. His masterpiece to this day is still Taxi Driver. Oh my God, but you watched Gangs in New York for the first time. Out of the ones you're left to watch, is there any film, Nicolas Cage, you still have to watch for the first time as well? Tell me, please, because I want to know. Where am I? Okay. Brian Baby says, top 3 movies of the year so far. Mine are Ready Player One, Avengers, and Deadpool 2. Mine are different. We only have one in common. Mine are Avengers Infinity War, I Love Dogs, and Annihilation. After that, I have A Quiet Place, I have Black Panther, I have Ready Player One, and those are the great movies I've seen this year. Those are the movies that I've loved. Out of these ones, Ready Player One is the only one I haven't seen twice, unfortunately. It just came out at a very bad time for me to be able to go back into the cinema again. But look, I buy the movies I love on Blu-ray as soon as they come out. I don't necessarily watch them right away. You know, on that day that I buy them, I don't necessarily watch them. Ready Player One is one I'm going to pop in the Blu-ray player once it comes out, you know, right away, because I still haven't seen that one for a second time, and I really want to, you know. James Starbucks says, enjoy yourself in Portugal, but thank you so much, James. Nicholas Cage says, my favorite comic book movies, The Dark Knight, fantastic. Days of Future Past, fantastic. Spider-Man Homecoming, fantastic. Batman Mask of the Phantasm, boy, lots of people don't know that's a comic book movie, man. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Is Iron Giant a comic book movie? I never knew that was... What? Oh, what? Iron Giant is a comic book movie. Wow. Okay, I am shocked for today. I got my dose of shock. Batman Begins, great. And Batman 89. I'm on the minority. I don't like that movie a lot. Nicholas Cage says, the leaks are that Kylo will build a castle on Coruscant. Okay. And the Knights of Ren are resurrected. Shakti, Plo Koon, Kid Adimundi, Kid Fisto, etc. Ridiculous doesn't even begin to describe it. That is a pathetic excuse for a leak, man. What? I mean, at least, I'm sorry, I seem to have a 1 on my finger for some reason. It just showed up. Wow. Wow. Okay. Gangs in New York was fascinating, especially. Oh, wow. Yeah. That fact completely blanked on me. That must be really great for you to watch that. Wow. Man, I envy you because no matter how great stories can be told with Portuguese characters, there will never be a story that I'm like, as a Portuguese guy, this movie really spoke to me. It's fascinating. Never in that way. I mean, Silence, also from Scorsese, has two Jesuit priests in it. They are Portuguese, and it was fascinating to see. It's one of my favorite Scorsese movies. I know many people don't like it that much, but it's one of my favorites. And it, I didn't have that affection, I didn't have that sense of, as a Portuguese, I really love this film. I really love this film, and I really enjoy the fact that it had Portuguese characters in it. But that's about how long the connection goes, how far the connection goes. James, still Nicolas Cage continues. Still gotta watch The Aviator next, then I'm done. And The Aviator is great as well. I don't like. It's great. It's great. I don't like it as much as Gangs of New York, but it's great. You're going to really like that. I mean, it's DiCaprio, and he's just stupendous in everything. And Kate Blanchett. Those two are actors that, I mean, you look at them and you're like, yeah, no matter how bad the movie is overall, these two will not go wrong. So I'll at least get a praise for that, James Starbuck says, Ready Player One is actually Catherine's favorite movie of the year so far. Wow, see? I know people that with which that is the case as well. So she is not alone. Nicolas Cage says, Mean Streets was probably my favorite. My grandpa wasn't like a huge gangster, but he went to prison once in the 70s. So it's kind of watching my grandpa. Wow. Man, one day we gotta meet. If I ever get to be a successful director when I finish uni here, and I gotta make movies with the stories you tell me about your grandpa, man, because they are fascinating to say the least. I mean, he goes to Lisbon, then he goes to New York, now he's gone to prison, he has given you the Star Wars tapes. There's just a story to be told there, man, and I know it. And I can do it one day if you give me the permission. Nicolas Cage continues, just watched Paddington 2 last week, and it was so delightful. Liked it better than the first one. Well, I was in the UK when it came out last year, and it is delightful. It's just a beautiful film, so full of joy, It's just so happy with itself, Doesn't try to be anything else. I didn't like it as much as the first one, but they are about the same level. They're perfect in their way, Nicolas Cage continues, Silence was incredible. And he continues, gotta go now. It was really nice chatting with you. Have a great night. Thank you so much for being here so long, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. James Starbuck says, and have a great night as well, Nicholas. Or have a great day, because I believe it's daytime right now in New York. James Starbuck says, hey, when I become a director, if I become a director, I happen to know someone who can animate your visual effects or animation in general. If you would hire her, I'll take anyone I can. If I become a director. I already have friends who work on visual effects, but as you see in credits for Marvel movies and Star Wars movies, it's never enough people for visual effects or animation. So, yeah. James Starbuck says, take care, Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage says, thanks, man, to James Starbuck. It's great that we get so many people in this chat. Man, I love it. And we got 6 people watching. So let's see if we got more comments. All right, while I'm here, I might as well Okay, no more new comments. Let me just wait for a bit. Mm. So while we don't get new comments, yesterday I went to a sing-along session at the Prince Charles Theatre here in London, near Soho. In Soho, yeah, in Soho. And I went to a sing-along for The Greatest Showman. And honestly, I have my review up if you guys want to check it out. It's not in my top 10 movies of all time. It's not in my top 10, not in my top 100 movies of all time, you know. It's just a movie that is full of joy as well. It's perfect because of all its flaws. In all its flaws, it's perfect. And yesterday, watching the sing-along with such a huge crowd, we all danced and we all sang with the songs in the film. We were all just happy to be watching that film, be with the crowd, you know. And honestly, it might just be the greatest theater going experience I've ever had. And when I say theater, I mean cinema movie going, you know, because I still haven't been to the theater, unfortunately. It was just great. And then the guy was giving out t-shirts to people who were participating with him. And I never get asked for those things, you know? And yesterday I was like, oh, goddamn, I want a t-shirt. And as soon as he was going away, I was like, I want a t-shirt. He says, what? I want a t-shirt. He says, oh, all right, because you asked so nicely. And he gave me a t-shirt. So I got this for free. Basically, the ticket I paid for yesterday was paying for this t-shirt. So there's that. James Starbucks says, how was that to sing along for the Greatest Show? It was incredible, man. The theater was full. Everybody was just happy. Everybody participating. Everybody said jokes throughout the screening, and everybody laughed and joined in the happiness. It was just great. It was just great because going to these special sessions that it's not new releases. It's films that have been out. It's films that have fans. And so when you go into that, you know that the rest of the people, they love the movie as much as you do, you know? So it's really great to be in a room like that, you know, where you just feel joy and happiness. And you feel like you are one with the rest of the people because you are sharing that love, you know? And I never felt so comfortable singing in public. I mean, probably because I wasn't being heard by other people because everyone was singing, but I was in a band at one point. I was a lead singer. I sang at my music school's end of the school year parties, you know, when we were gathering families and whatnot, and we had a spectacle for people, and we sang. I don't think I've ever felt as comfortable as yesterday, you know? And yes, I know they're turning into a live musical show on Broadway, which sucks because I would love to be a Hugh Jackman or a Zac Efron in that play, you know? And James Starbucks says that's pretty cool. And yeah, all right. Oh, I deleted that. Shit. I was thinking if I had anything else to show from today, but I don't. So let's see. Okay, no new comments yet. Oh, okay. James Starbucks says, when I do the charity Christmas show this year for my vocal coach, I'm actually performing The Greatest Show and Come Alive. Wow. I'm jealous, man. I'm jealous. But perform from now on instead of Come Alive. Those are the two best ones. That and Rewrite the Stars. But yeah, The Greatest Show is one you gotta perform. Congratulations, man. I'm jelly. I'm jelly as fuck, man. Yeah. All right, so James seems to be the only one who's here. And James, I love hanging out with you, buddy. We can talk on Facebook, but I think for today, I'm calling it quits. And I don't know how many people will be watching this. Really, there are 6 people watching. But since you are here, I'm then going to do Facebook posts and whatnot. But so next Sunday, we don't have a live Q&A. Oh, James says, I tried from now on, and the low vocal is so hard to recreate the start because the voice is exposed under the microscope. Yeah, I get it. I have my challenge myself. I have a challenge myself singing that first portion of the song that is so low. All right, so as James is here, I'm announcing this to you and to anyone else who might be watching. Meanwhile, I'm going to do posts on Facebook and whatnot. So next Sunday, we don't have a live Q&A. We don't have a live anything, but starting this week, not only will I finally bring you my reviews for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 5 and Flash Season 4, I will start Geek Classic reviews again, because there's a certain dinosaur movie coming out, you know, that I'm going to be watching on June the 6th. And this week, the first Jurassic Park is coming out. But my review for the first Jurassic Park is coming out. But here's the important part. For the next live Q&A, and again, anyone who might be watching besides James, but including James, let me know which should be our next live Q&A. Should it be for Jurassic World, or should it be for Incredibles 2? Now, here's the asterisk. Incredibles 2 doesn't come out everywhere at the same time. I'm going to be back in Portugal on the 29th. The Incredibles 2 comes out on the 28th. But being back in Portugal by the 29th means I can only watch Incredibles 2 on the 30th, on Saturday. So, if anyone votes for the Incredibles 2 to be our next spoilers Q&A live, the Incredibles 2 live Q&A will be on June 31st. Does June have 31 days? No, it has 30 days. So it will be on July the 1st. And Brian Beebe says he hasn't seen the first Incredibles movie. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Watch it before my review for the Incredibles movie, the first one comes out, because that one will have spoilers. And enjoy yourself, my friend, because that movie is great. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I'm certainly not one of the people who think it's the best Pixar movie or it's in their top 5. But that movie is great. So watch it. Treat yourself. I am jealous of you. So let me know. If it's Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, the spoiler Q&A, the live Q&A will be on June 8th. Yeah. On the 13th, okay, Elena says, I think it should be Incredibles 2, and you, Bruna, and I should watch it in London since it comes out on the 13th. It comes out on the 13th of July here, unfortunately. In Portugal, it comes out on the 28th of June. And I'm not sure if we're back on the 13th of July. I think so, but I'm not sure. But until then, we can arrange plans and whatnot. And even if I have seen Incredibles 2, we can go watch it again when you're here for sure. If we are here, I hope so. Oh, wow. So James won't see Incredibles 2 until he flies to the States. Okay. Elena says, what? I can't believe I was mistaken all this time. Yeah, I was mistaken as well. I had to confirm with a friend of mine back there in Portugal when the date was, because I also had a chance to go and watch it on the 24th of June, but I forgot to send in my registry for a festival and whatnot, and it was this whole mess because I spent the whole day editing and it was a headache. But yeah, I'm going to put everything throughout the next week or so until Jurassic World 2 comes out. I'm going to put it on Twitter, on Facebook, on the group, on my personal page, on my Ren Geekness page. I'm going to put everything for everyone who's following me here to vote if it should be Jurassic World or if it should be Incredibles 2. But here's the thing. If you guys vote for Jurassic World 2, it doesn't mean we can't do one for Incredibles 2. If you guys vote for Incredibles 2, it just means you don't want one for Jurassic World 2. That's the only difference. If you guys vote for Jurassic World, it means we do both. If you vote for Incredibles 2, it means we just do Incredibles 2 because that's the one that came after. James Starbucks says, I get to see Ant-Man and the Wasp before the UK, so I apologize in advance for that one. Fuck football, man. Fuck football. I never cared about football, but right now I actively despise the sport. The game, should I say. It's not a sport, it's a game, you know. But yeah, either here or in Portugal, I'm going to have to wait for that one. And I'm not sure how worth it'll be to have a review for it, you know. But we will have time for that. So yeah, everyone who's still here, thank you so much. And Brian, and Elena, and James, and thank you again to Nicolas Cage. Thank you, Ryan, for joining us. And yeah, I think that's it. We ran out of questions about Solo. The conversation started to disperse, and it was a great time, guys, as always. They keep getting shorter and shorter, don't they? I mean, I can't wait for us to have a bad blockbuster, for us to just tear a movie a new asshole, you know? That one is going to be fun. So, okay. Oh, okay. Brian is not a fan of Pixar movies. That's why he hasn't seen The Incredibles. Oh, okay. I was thinking you were, and that you were planning on seeing Incredibles 2, and that's why that's why I said for you to watch the first Incredibles before the new one came out. But if you're not a fan, you're not a fan, man. But thank you so much for being here again, Brian, James, Elena, Ryan, Nicolas Cage, and everyone who was here and sent in questions and just share the love for film and Filmland. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you in 2 weeks, 4 weeks. I don't know. I'll see you when dinosaurs come around or when superheroes in animated form come around. And thank you so much. Tomorrow, I promise you my Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 5 review. On Tuesday or Wednesday, I promise you my Flash Season 4 review. And around the same date or 1 day later, hopefully, my first Jurassic Park review. Thank you so much, guys. You are the best. I can't wait to come back for a live Q&A or a live anything with you. And so until the next one, you stay beautiful. You stay geeky, and if you haven't done so yet, anyone who might watch this chat later, not in live form, click the subscribe button and the bell so you can be geeky. United!